This video I wanted to do kind of another one of the what I have for dinner in a week kind of thing. I have been thinking about a lot of yummy food, so I thought that maybe I'd share it with you. As I have said, I am not a recipe follower, but if I do use something with a recipe or maybe I'm inspired by a recipe, I will link it down below in the description. Other than that, I just kind of go crazy with it. I just cook how I like things to taste. Just sit back, relax, and watch me make dinner for myself. Maybe you'll get some inspiration. Let me know if you do. I love to hear it. Let's get on with the video. Welcome. Today I kind of had a little bit of an excitement about this dish, and I've never done it before, but I have a vision and I think that it's gonna be delicious. I'm imagining like a creamy basil-y sauce over like orecchiette. I want some chicken thighs. Of course there will be other ingredients. I've got some heavy cream. I've got basil from my dad's garden. I've got parsley from my dad's garden. Garlic, maybe some Parmesan, salt, pepper, a little bit of butter. I think I'm gonna make a sauce out of that. Then I wanna blend it. Then I wanna see if I can like put it through like a fine mesh strainer. Orecchiette, I love orecchiette. Hold on. Their little ears, I think that's where they get their name from. Something like that. I feel like I remember Giada telling me that. Just these little pastas where like the sauce can get like scooped up in there, and also it's got ridges so that the sauce can kind of get stuck in there too. I'm very excited. Let's just get dinner ready. Came out beautifully and it smells insane. I was hoping it would be a little greener, but I think it's fine. Just finished it off with some flaky salt and some Parmesan cheese. Got a little basil leaf in here, just chilling. And I roasted up some chicken thighs. This is a good way to start the week. I've been trying to figure out what to call it because I don't think I've ever seen a recipe like this. Like, it's so simple, I could definitely be wrong, but it reminds me of like a green goddess dressing, but it's hot and it's a sauce. So I was like, ooh, this could be like hot goddess pasta. I think that sounds exactly what it is. So this is the hot goddess pasta. Update, that was one of the best dinners I've had in a very long time. It was so delicious. I will be definitely making that again. Tonight, I want steak. Even though it's raining, I need to grill. I feel as though I want string bean salad. It's just string beans, you'll see. So for my string beans, I like to start those a little ahead of time because I think the longer they sit, the better they taste, but they can be fresh off the stove and it will be fine. What I did was trim some string beans and I'm going to boil them for just a few minutes. I like them with a little bit of a crunch, but you can boil them however long you like. As they sit in the vinegar and oil though, they will start to get softer, which is like the best part. Boil the string beans, salted water, and then just take them out of the water, put them into a bowl. You're good. My little string beans are exactly where I want them, so I'm going to get them right out of the water and into this bowl. And then right away, there is an order to this. Some very finely chopped garlic, but I want the garlic to get in there when it's hot, so it kind of takes away a little bit of the bite. And some white vinegar. I like mine a little more on the tart side, so I kind of go ham with it. Salt, pepper, Then the last thing is olive oil. Don't want to put the oil on first. I always remember my dad being like, if you put the oil on first, nothing else gets into the bean. So oil is always last. Toss it around. You want to taste for seasoning, adjust anything you need to, and just like set it aside. The longer this sits, the better it is. The beans get like saturated with that juice. It's so delicious. And I just let this sit out at room temperature. You can't put it in the fridge, but I think it tastes better when it's kind of warmer, or at least at room temperature. Now for my meat. I have a beautiful strip steak here that I am just tickled to be grilling. I'm just gonna let this come to room temperature a little bit. I'm going super simple with it today, straight up salt and pepper. Pepper. She's ready, we're going on the grill. Now you can grill it to however you like, just not well done. It's controversial. I don't believe in it, but you know, do what you gotta do. Give it a quarter of a turn. We want those meat diamonds. Moment of truth. Oh, look at that. And there you go. My perfect summer meal, or one of them. My string bean salad with a good steak on the grill. Look at that. These are so good. Now I can eat dinner. Did you want to see the steak? Did I cook it correctly? We'll see. I think I overcooked it a little too much, but at least she's not well done. It's gonna still taste delicious. I can't wait to eat it. Tonight I am looking for a quick dinner because I got some things to do. And so, yes, we are in mid-September, but the tomatoes are still tomatoing. So I think I'm just gonna throw together a BLT, which is the perfect summer sandwich, late summer, when the tomatoes start coming in. So I went shopping in my dad's garden. This is seeming to be getting everything for my dad's garden kind of week. And I got myself a tomato, and now I can just make a sandwich. Got my little tomato. And I am not the biggest tomato fan, but I can take them if they are sliced pretty thinly and I don't have a lot of them. So it's not gonna be a very tea heavy BLT, but it's something. Look how nice this looks, right from the garden. Also, garden tomatoes are much better than what you can find in stores. So I can take them a little more. Got some washed and dried butter lettuce. I love this kind of lettuce in sandwiches especially. Although it doesn't have the crunch of like an iceberg or a romaine, it's so soft. Oh, my bread's ready. And I just enjoy it, so use whatever kind of lettuce you want. My bread of choice when it comes to a BLT is that typical squishy white bread. And I like to toast it just on one side because I think two sides toasted is just too much texture and too much crunchiness for me. So now I can just assemble. Mayonnaise. A tragedy. Remember to season every layer. Salt and pepper. I feel like the construction is important. I'm gonna put lettuce down first. Then I think I'm gonna do a couple of tomato slices. Make sure you are salting your tomatoes. Then some bacon. I made this just the other day, just to prep for the week a little bit. And I like a lot of bacon. It's just more delicious that way. And now I'm gonna be controversial for a second. I know people put cheese on their BLTs or they put avocado. I'm not into it. What I like to put on my BLT are pickles. Top it off with a couple more of my little lettuces. And then I'm going to crown my king. Now we have to, you stick in there, you. Now we gotta cut it. I really do not care if I cut it this way or this way. It does not matter to me, but I know people have strong opinions. And so I think I'm gonna do diagonal today. Oof, that's a cross section. Delicious. And one more thing to make this sandwich complete. I feel like sandwiches have to come with a pickle. So also from my dad's garden, he made me some pickles. If I can open it. Finished. And that's dinner. Perfect and fast and very seasonal. Have to let you know how it is. This is one of my favorite sandwiches. You can't go wrong. And of course, the homemade pickle. That crunch. I must go eat. Until tomorrow. For dinner tonight, I just want some comfort food. It's been a week and like I'm over it. So I rummaged through the freezer and I saw chicken. I'm a fan. As we know, I am a legs and thighs girl. Chicken legs and thighs. And so that's what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna roast off some chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, and I think I'll roast some vegetables. We're just roasting over here. It's a great time. This is something that my mom always used to make when I was growing up. We call it chicken with the skin on it. It's just so delicious and very comforting for me. What is it? Say hi. I think I'll just get started. It's a really simple dinner. My oven is preheating to 375 Fahrenheit. Let's prep the chicken and the veggies with some nonstick spray. And I just lay the thighs. I try to stretch out all of the skin because the skin is honestly the best part. If you don't know this life, get to know it. It is perfection. Oven's ready. The skin we want to season very well. It'll sink all down into the chicken, make it delicious. First, I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil on here and some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, salt. You really can't overcook dark meat because it has bones in there. I like to cook it a little extra, even though I definitely know for sure it's gonna be done. These are not big thighs. I'm gonna probably stick these in there for like 45, 50 minutes. And then at the very end, while I'm watching very carefully, I throw it on a broil to get everything all browned up and crispy. And it is the best part. You want the skin to be extra crispy. Veggies, onion, slice these into little moons. Then I got some broccoli. Pop off a few florets here. In a pan, all together, all good. Olive oil, pepper, onion powder on my broccoli. I don't need it on the onions, I suppose. Garlic powder, salt, some lemon pepper, lots of lemon pepper. And I like a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Gives it a good flavor. I'm gonna pop this into my other oven, which is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'll just cook these until I like the way they look. Pretty much everything's in the oven. I just have to wait and eat. Skin is nice and crispy. Oops, a piece fell off. Chicken plated up. Now I'm just gonna pop my veggies on here. I wanted some extra crispy veggies today, so that's what I did. It definitely doesn't look like much, but it's really delicious. So there's dinner. Look at this singed broccoli. It is so good. Onions, like candy. But the best part, this piece of chicken skin is golden. It just tastes like really rich chicken broth. It is the best part. And of course the chicken, it is perfect. This is why we eat thighs. Until tomorrow. Friday, I'm so tired. I'm so glad I made it through this week finally. Also, if you see that bag moving right there, there's an animal in there. Of course, that means pasta for me. I had this plan, it was beautiful. I was gonna get some cherry tomatoes from my dad's garden. There weren't any that were that good. The ones that are there are either all gone by. Oh gosh, is he gonna attack her? That didn't happen. Backup plan, went to the store. Oh. But I do have some parsley from my dad's garden. I just wanna make a really simple sauce with some cherry tomatoes, garlic, maybe some red pepper flake, a little bit of pasta water, Parmesan cheese. I think maybe I'll fry off a chicken cutlet. That's it, my sauce is done, and I'm just gonna take it off the heat until I need to throw my pasta in here because I don't want it to reduce all that much more. Bringing this back up to a simmer because my pasta is right where I want it to be. I'm gonna finish it in this pan. So I'm just going to transfer it over, and it's okay if some water gets in, we want it. And just give everything a good toss. And finish cooking this pasta through. Is a little too thick for your liking, or you just want it a little bit thinner, add some pasta water and stir that all in. It'll make it glossy because of all the starch. That's why we don't drain the pasta. This is just about where I want it. I'm gonna finish it off with some Parmesan and a little pat of cold butter. Mix it right in. It starts to like emulsify a little bit, makes things extra glossy, and then we're done. Ooh, you know what would make this really good? Burrata. One of these babies just like cracked over the top of this like an egg. And that's fine by me. Maybe too much. Maybe just a little bit. I'll put the rest in the other half of the pasta. Little drizzle of some good olive oil on that cheese. Some parsley. That's dinner. I can already tell that I'm going to need to be alone with this in the other room. I have put my hair up in preparation because everything needs to be away from my face except for this pasta. I shall try a bite. I'm already getting it all over my face. That is so good. Leaning tower of camera. I have to go be with this in the other room now. And look how easy that was. And that was my week. Really simple, really just straight up good food. It's how I like to cook. And I'm just finishing off my week with, of course, a blizzard. This is a chocolate chip cookie blizzard, and you add peanut butter sauce. It's so good. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Hope you got some entertainment. Hope you got some inspiration. I'll see you in the next one.